God is in you, and there's a sense in which you are in God. God is all unity and all diversity and all harmony as well. And so when we can see in a different way and see that creative explosion of God's power in the universe, maybe we can see ourselves as just one trajectory of spirit, our lives as a process, as a part of God's Spirit. So in the book Fire in the Heart, Deepak Chopra tells the story of his father's funeral. He said his father was in his 80s when he died, and he had had a happy and long life. But Deepak Chopra was very disappointed because he was in another part of the world and didn't get to say goodbye to his father because his father died very suddenly. But he went back to India, to the town where they had lived, for the father's funeral. And he said that the custom there is for the kind of like the last rites and prayers to be said at the home. And then the body of the deceased is placed on a litter and carried by the family and friends to a place where there's a huge fire and the body is cremated. So this time came for the funeral procession through the streets, and his father's body was placed on this litter and they were carrying it through the streets. And he said, here we were walking through the streets, and there were some people in the town that didn't know us and didn't really know what was going on. He said there were some little kids that were playing around in the street, and they kind of came running up, chattering and excited, curious about what was going on, too small to really understand. And then they ran on and played. And then before long, they passed a porch where a very old man was sitting, dozing in the sun, and he didn't even notice that they were walking by. They continued walking on down the street, and a woman who was pregnant with a basket over her arm on the way to the market walked in front of them and hurried on their way. And he said, all of a sudden, he realized something, that he wasn't just part of a funeral procession at all. He was a part of a procession of life. And he said his heart was filled with so much joy, and he began to see a beauty that brought him great comfort. This doesn't mean that we don't see the sorrows and the tragedies and the injustices of the world. We still see those things. But we also see spirit and beauty shining through in ways that bring us comfort and power, because nothing can kill spirit. It survives regardless. So I'll close with this story. That's a way of seeing the cosmic connection in our lives. They say that one day when God was creating humans, God was really excited. Look at this new creature I've created. I've put all of my own attributes into it. It's intelligent and creative. It's artistic and compassionate. It's very complex. And God called the angels to come and look at this new creation. And then God said, I want to be in the world with these creatures, but if I'm in the world, they'll only focus on me, and they won't discover that they have all the same attributes and that they are a part of me and that I have placed my spirit in them. So I think I'll hide somewhere so that I can enjoy watching what these creatures do. Maybe I'll hide on the highest mountain. And the angel said, well, that won't work because these creatures are going to be so clever that they're going to figure out how to get to the highest mountain. Well, then maybe I should hide in the depths of the ocean, God said. Oh, no, that won't work either because they'll explore the depths of the ocean. What about the farthest reaches of space? And then God said, I know what I'll do. I will hide in a place that will cause intrigue, excitement, and adventure in their lives in their search for me. I will hide in the human heart.